Hey, everybody. How's it going? This is DC. I'm here with Eleonora from Breezy. And welcome, Eleonora.
Hello. Hi, DC. Hello, everyone. Sorry for not showing my face today. I'm a bit sick, but thank you for having me.
She is, and we're going to try to make it so she doesn't have to talk as much today. But yeah, we're excited. Let's see.
Impossible.
Let's say hi to the community. Hey, everybody. If you can see us, if you could hear us, why don't you give me a sign in the chat? And we'll start talking about what we've been doing for the past, what has it been, a month now?
Yeah, it's a month. It's been a month.
Wow. Oh, man. Let's see if everyone can hear us. Hey, everybody. Say hi. Say hello. Can you hear us? Are we there? Oh, there. Look, there's life. There's life.
There's life.
They're talking. All right. So yes. Hey, everybody. So you hear us? We're here. We're streaming. We're live, and we're talking today about all kinds of stuff. We're talking about XCOPY, right? Yes. So this month has been crazy. We started this journey. Like we said, over a month ago. We wanted to bring a new experience. So this is brand new to us, by the way, and we wanted to bring a new experience. We partnered with Breezy, and we've come up with something that's brand new, and it's interesting. It's something that we haven't done before. And how do you think it went so far?
Well, I think that it went very well. When we received the XCOPY email with 24 answers to 24 questions, that's when I thought that it went very well. So we started this journey. This is the first month of our experience. And as we previously were talking about, we really want to give to bring value, or at least to show the value that the Vault collection has. And so in order to do this, we are, distributing this art and artists to different channels and reaching out to art channels and telling the stories of the artists and of the art pieces and trying to build different experiences. So yes, the first artist of this whole adventure that we chose to start with is XCOPY. And of course, you all know that XCOPY, he, her, they, we don't know, but that he let's say that they like to stay anonymous. They don't like to have face-to-face interviews or vocal or anything. And so instead of this is the beauty of dealing with artists, and creative people. It's amazing. I started with a precise idea of what we wanted to do, like, we could do this and that, and then we got to XCOPY. It's like, no, this is not gonna work. Let's do this. Let's try with this. And so I thought, respecting their identity and what they want to share and what they want to be part of, I think that we could talk about who they are through the actual art. And so the Vault has 24 art pieces collected by XCOPY, and we reach out to him, her, them, and I asked a question for each art piece. And this question were really because as you all know, XCOPY is like the master of commentaries that really like commenting everything, society, life, feelings through his art pieces. And so I did the same. The questions are very commentaries, like to chat about life, crypto art and creativity, everything. So I was looking at the art pieces. I was getting inspired by the hashtags that I find, because it's the only description that he put. So you have the title and hashtags, and just took it from there and tried to have a conversation through the art. And I think that it worked pretty well.
Oh, it worked great. It worked great. So that's the thing. I mean, what we've done here is basically, when we started the journey, we talked to XCOPY first, and we said, hey, we're thinking about doing this. And we, like you said, we asked a bunch of questions. We've written articles, we've done videos, and like you said, I mean, they don't really say a lot about their art in the descriptions. And one of the things that we really wanted to do with our initiative here is we try to highlight what's going on in the vault and really showcase what we have, because not a lot of people go in there and look, and the community doesn't get a really good idea. So asking these questions and listening to the answers really gives our community a deeper understanding of how the artist was thinking when they were creating their piece. And you don't really get that from the description. So I think that was a huge success to gather these questions and really explore what kind of art they create and why they created it. And yeah, I think that really came out nice.
I think that what was different here is that, one thing is to ask, like, if you reach out to artists and you're going to talk about like what you created here, like why did you create this or that, so they're going to explain right, like the inspirations behind the art pieces. And usually this happens like right away when they create it, not after 3 years. But I mean, it can happen after 3 years, but usually these questions are asked to present the art piece to the world. Well, here we even talked about pieces that were created 3 years ago, and we all know that in blockchain time, 3 years ago is a long time ago. And so I was even like, like these commentaries, are they still contemporary? Are they still good? So I was even like referring to what he created 3 years ago, and now, like, do you think that we reached this point? Do you think that something changed since when you created this? So it was very interesting to talk about present through art that was created in the past.
Yeah, it was. And well, I'm actually going to show our video that we created. It kind of goes into the questions, answers of this. And like Eleonora was saying, it's very challenging when you're dealing with somebody that's anonymous and that will not come up on stream. So it's really cool to kind of get their perspective from a distance a little bit. And so we created this little video. I'm going to play it right now for everybody. If you haven't seen it, it's really cool. So here we go.
There aren't many words to be added to XCOPY's art, so let's just go through it and enjoy ourselves. There are 24 artworks by XCOPY in the Well Vault. Some dating 3 years back. The works are all tokenized on Super Rare, and it is truly amazing to see how XCOPY was there from the real beginning.
Is this piece about the pretexts that are found to start a war? Was there a war you specifically were referring to?
That was part of it. I was trying to capture that feeling of always being on the brink of crisis.
If this artwork is about how the job worth of the future will look like, since you created this piece 3 years ago, do you think we're already there?
Yes, we always were.
Is this piece about protecting ourselves from advertising? Are you sure that therapy we will get doesn't come from sneaky algorithms?
We need creators working for memes, not just for brands.
The Hammersmith and City line skirts the city of London, the capital's financial heart. How does this selfie look today, and how it will look like in the next years?
It feels like a time capsule for me. Remember when wireless earphones were new?
Apocalypse now. What are we screaming, asking, and fighting for today in the crypto art world?
Everything. JPEGs and NFTs are the Trojan horse to take crypto mainstream.
One of the new forms of mind manipulation and advertising. XCOPY. How do you stay influential without being an influencer?
Everyone can choose to be authentic, or not.
What did you expect to find?
I find it's best to go with no expectations.
Did they come yet?
Of course, they always do.
What do you think about what happened in the crypto art space in 2021? Is it trending hard?
We melt faces. It's been an insane year.
If this piece is about the poison clouds of money, how do you think is the sky looking like today in the crypto art space?
In the future, the crypto art space will be just the art space. But we shouldn't expect decentralized money to fix everything.
You talk about mortality through the most eternal act of all, art. Why much of your art is death-themed or dystopia-themed, although appearing very colorful, fun, and enthralling?
I like contrasting everyday problems with death. It takes away their power for a moment. Dystopia creeps in further every day. It's hard not to talk about it.
Does this piece specifically refer to online haters? Do you think social media should be regulated somehow, or the web should stay free no matter what?
I don't know. Censorship is dangerous, but also so is letting the demons run amok.
Where would we eventually end up if we don't stop digging?
Broke. This is a reference to debt.
Where do you think the smart cities are taking us? Co-working, co-housing, co-everything, co-homologation.
To hell. Maybe we can hijack it and take it somewhere more fun.
Could you explain what you had in mind when you created 10th floor ethics?
It was about being a worker drone on the 10th floor.
Isn't truth powerful? Isn't real power truthful?
The ultimate power is to be able to tell the truth. Power wants you to tell their truth.
This scene with crowded people is strong. What does Platform 24 represent for you?
It's inspired by rush hour at Waterloo Station. I don't miss it, not gonna lie.
But you can stamp it in your memory. How do you see the future of collecting digital and crypto art?
Becoming more fun and accessible. I'm excited for NFTs to become integrated into social media. The networks formed with NFTs are really powerful. Enhancing those networks will drive even more people to connect.
And now be quick. It's Express.
Notice how we do the work at the checkout now?
From the Latin amuletum, an object that protects a person from trouble. What would you ask your amulet to protect you from?
DMs.
Does love come in an open edition?
Open editions got such a bad rap, didn't they?
I can't believe you made this artwork 2 years ago. I would have many questions about this, but I'm just very happy we are still alive from home.
I'm just relieved to be out of lockdown. What a nightmare.
Wow, that's something. There are points of that that definitely give me chills. Parts, and I would say I really like the answer to truth, because it really speaks the truth there.
Yeah.
Yeah, those questions were fantastic, and it really dives in. I don't think I've ever had an experience this deep with someone's art before, to be honest. So I really enjoyed everything that was asked, and getting to know the answers a little bit better.
Thank you. I had so much fun. I was so happy when they answered.
Yes, it's always rough, and for the people watching, it's always rough when you're dealing with somebody over the internet. We haven't really talked a lot, and we're trying to set deadlines and do things and make videos and whatnot, and it's always hard to get everything to come together, and this kind of came together as it should. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the outcome.
Yes, and then I wanted to say that also some new elements that we are adding probably to the vault which comes obviously from my side, so more from the art perspective, art curation, sorry, perspective, is that, for instance, and I think that it's extremely important. I have a subscription. I'm a partner with Artsy. Artsy is probably the biggest and the most important platform in the art world at the moment online, where collectors go to buy art. All the galleries are there. I think that it's very important. Like, I put all the 24 artworks with description on Artsy for collectors to see. And so, like, if you use this channel, it really helps to create the bridge that we are all, I mean, at least me, trying to create. So of course they're not for sale, you know, it's very clear, it's written, it's Breezy for art curation, but it comes with, you know, the actual work. So people who are not familiar with crypto art or digital art, they go there and, you know, the platform populates with like 24 XCOPY art pieces, and also the possibility of having articles there. It's where I publish everything. So I just wanted to say that this is an attempt to really like connect the two worlds, crypto art world and art world, and because eventually, as XCOPY said, crypto art world will just be the art world.
Yes, absolutely. And for everybody in the stream text, I actually just posted the article over on Artsy, over on there. So yeah, go check it out, because 100% it's great to see everything written out and the questions and answers and the pieces. And yeah, it's because the video is nice. It's quick though. And if you really want to get more of the experience, then you really have to kind of take the time and view it, right?
Yeah, and read through.
And read through.
Yeah, and then many things, and then the show on Crypto Voxels was organized. But again, a new element that I wanted to introduce is this new platform, Arium, that I will talk to you about later. Maybe you want to show the Crypto Voxels now, or we want to talk about Arium?
Let's check out the Crypto Voxels, and feel free to jump in. I just posted the link for everybody. So let's go in. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see if this works. Boop. Okay, there we go. For those of you in the chat, give me a thumbs up if you see Crypto Voxels. Not all at once.
Oh, dear.
Okay, I got a thumbs up. Okay, I got more thumbs up. Okay,
there's life.
We got to see if 𝐿_Pineapple's watching. So, okay, so let's see. This is our XCOPY exhibit that is now in one of our spaces here. This is called the 1BC space, and it is very unique. We really wanted to showcase this art in this particular gallery because we really like the setup of things, and you can see one of our guests here that have come in. So everything that's been curated from Eleonora, she wanted everything in the timeline that it actually was made. So you'll see from the start of things all the way down to the end. So this is the entire vault collection, kind of in sequence. So you can see this one here, loading new conflict. And then you can come over here to Jobsworth. And our voxel architects actually placed all these. So they're great. And actually, we're watching ourselves on the screen. So pretty cool how this is all set up. Oh, we got another visitor over here. And yeah, it's all of the pieces, all 24 of the vault within Crypto Voxels in sequence. Looks great. And yeah, you know, come and take a look. This is going to be here for the entire month of November. So yeah, this is great. What a great space. And there is an upstairs to this. I don't know if you're used to Crypto Voxels, but you can come and you could fly and you could go over here and see the space if you could get up there. There are stairs over in the corner that you could get up as well. So yeah, it's a really cool space, and I love having this type of stuff where you could come and look, and it's like a real show, you know.
Yes.
So I'm going to leave that there, and let's. So this is the kind of experience that we want to create for our, for the vault, is allowing our community members to come in and actually look at the art, check out the art, understand, look at the different articles and curations that we have going on, and really dive deep into what we have in the vault. Because this is our collection. This is what we're doing. I mean, this is one of the big reasons that we're here in the WELL community, and it's nice to see what we have. So yeah, come and check it out.
Yes, and adding to that, we are preparing an even more interactive experience to enjoy the art of the vault. So I have been collaborating with this new platform, which is called Arium, for a while now, just because when they showed me what they were doing, I was just mind blown. Because yes, crypto voxels and all these spaces in the metaverse that we are all very used to, still for me, coming from the art world, always misses that really like the possibility of interacting with each other. Like I go to an art show and I want to comment on an art piece with you. Where are you? We cannot talk. You're an avatar. It's a little bit, I mean, it's a different experience without really, being critical about that. But this platform, Arium, you go in, and you appear as a little cube and moving cube, and this cube has your face if you choose to leave your camera on, so it's your webcam, and as your voice, so it has the microphone. So you literally go in and you see many little cubes going around, and it's all people, and you can talk to each other as if you were on a, I don't know, like a Google Meet or like a Zoom, but only here you can walk together, like you can move together. It is so cool that even when you install, it's like having like a real art installation. You go, like I usually go inside, and we do together with the guys who help to install. So we move together, like, where do you want to put it? I want to put this painting here. So we go towards the wall, we talk, we chat, we walk through the space, we change walls, we change landscapes together inside the space. So I think that Arium is very special for that. It's more of a like social event, but really even the possibility of building like customized buildings, and we will show you in a few minutes. It's really, I mean, it really is, you have to try it. I've already done quite a few shows there, and even like the experience, for instance, if you play a video, like when you are far away you cannot hear it, and when you get closer you can hear the music. And the same is for people as it is in real life. Like if you go far away from a person, you don't hear them anymore. When you come closer, you can hear them. So people have to follow you if you want to chat together. The possibility of like having any sort of installation, and even like something that I personally really like to have panels to discuss about the show. Usually I do it at the beginning of the show, and we will do this on Saturday. And for speakers to feel very comfortable and speak on a Zoom or any other channel available, and then you are screened inside the space in a screen where all the people like moving and actually talking while they're looking at you inside the space. So very special. And I think that what we have done with Arium is even more special, because the WELL community got their personalized and customized buildings. So we work together with an architect. Yes, you see here how the spaces work. All these cubes are people talking to each other, like very loud, as like physical openings. Of course, if you don't want to put your camera on, that's fine. You can always put a photo, like an avatar or something, but you can still talk, which is very cool. You also have a chat available, but when you can talk to people, why to use a chat? I mean, I had a blast. The first time that I used Arium, it was just right after COVID. It was just me talking to everyone as if it was on a I don't want to say real, I want to say physical opening, art gallery opening. So so we work together with the architects in Arium, and we put ideas together, and we started from some real inspirations to get to the design of the customized space.
Yes, and let me put those on the screen here. It's really interesting. Just for a few seconds about Arium, it's almost like it's the start of the metaverse, and it's an experience. And when we're on lockdown like this, or we're having a hard time going places and seeing people or being in person, it's nice to have these type of platforms to kind of connect with people with. So we're really excited about having this for everybody. We might as well tell everybody this Saturday, right after the office hours of Whale, we're actually going to jump in and do our go live for Arium. So everyone is invited to come and hang out, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, and even later. So the space obviously is gonna stay there. What I actually often do this. Why to have a call on Google Meet or Zoom when you can go inside there and have a call surrounded by art? I mean, if you want to have a chat with people of the community, if you want to do anything together, you have to talk. You want to talk about something. Just do it inside the space. It's there for you. And so you're surrounded, in this case, by 24 art pieces by XCOPY, which I think makes your meeting very much better.
It does. And that's the fun. It's an interactive experience rather than something, everyone's watching us kind of on a flat screen. It's like what we're on 2D now, but now we get to go in a space and talk to each other there. And like you said, we're like a square walking around, and it's almost like you're walking around because what you're saying and your voice, you have to get close to hear everybody. So it's like you could almost have that art gallery experience where someone's leading you around like a guide, and get to learn about the art that way. I think that's really cool, especially in a time like this when we're so closed up. So I really hope everyone comes and enjoys, and this is going to be the first one that we do. And then, we have this, we're going to be doing this a lot for different artists in the vault. And so this is the first. So I hope everyone enjoys it because it's really cool.
Yes, and please continue to use the space. So what you see here, of course, it's the stimuli and inspirations that the architect used to come to the final design.
Go ahead and let's move it here. Oh, it's not liking me. Hold on one second. Okay, let's try again. There we go.
Yes. So just these images that she used for, again, like for inspiration for the design. If you want to keep going, you see, that's very small.
It's a very small whale.
It's a little whale on this screen. Yes, and then we will get to the first drawing, like the first design that she made. Okay, so here you start seeing the idea of the space that we built. And going ahead, yes, here you have all the sketches. So this is how it started. And then it's always very interesting to build spaces for the art. The first thing that I thought about here was like, okay, this is all curvy. I thought about Zaha Hadid when I saw this, the respect for the nature lines. And it's true, because I mean the inspiration comes from real nature here. But then I was like, how are we gonna hang the art if it's all curvy? Sorry. Because even Zaha Hadid buildings have these problems. They're very beautiful, but they're not very functional. There's a lot of wasted space inside. So going forward, it got modified. Yeah, here we put, of course, water, as you see here in this sketch, outside. So we have the experience, of course, kind of reminds like of the interior of a well.
Yes, that's what I first thought.
But
yeah.
DC, you thought that it was the tail.
The tail of the whales. Yep, right over here. And of course, this is the person coming in, and then they walk across this little line here, and then you'd have the text and the logos. And yeah, I thought this was like the tail of the whales here. And I didn't even, to be honest with you, I didn't even think about what you were thinking about, which is, it shows that you have so much experience with art placement and the inside of buildings, and you're 100% right with all these curves. How do you get the pieces on the inside here? Because when you're dealing with curvy stuff, it's always hard to just thinking about if this was an office space, how would you get a desk in there and work? If everything is a curve.
You don't, like Zaha Hadid buildings. There are some places where you can't. But if you go forward, you see that some changes were made.
Yes.
There.
So now, now you can see that this is more usable space, and you could place the artworks around all of this stuff. So that's really cool. This was a really good feedback suggestion that you had made.
Yes, and so if you can just show all the sketches so that we'll give an idea. We have sketches from the inside. Obviously, this is not how it looks now, but we want reveal today. It's just to give you an idea what you're gonna find. Yes, this is the inside. I mean, who knows what color and how it actually looks. We'll see it on Saturday.
That's right. Yeah. So there's all kinds of different things that we're hoping to see how it turns out. Again, this is the first time that we're unveiling the whale gallery for Arium. So yeah, this is it's groundbreaking. It's historic. We're going to be using the space a lot, and we actually have some fun things planned for the upcoming months. So yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Yes, it will be good.
Very excited. Very excited. And this is good because you could have the text, like we were saying, you could go up and, there's some ambient sound and, we
will have like curatorial text on the wall as it is in a museum. We will have all the captions, and they integrated a function, which is amazing. So you insert the token ID from Super Rare, and the caption is going to create itself with the last beats, the title, the year. So it really is integrated with Super Rare at the moment. And yes, it's more of obviously it's more of a like a artsy look and artsy possibilities. And so we will have this element where we will do the screening, like the panel at the beginning for the curatorial concept to explain a little about the show. And then we can take it off, it will disappear, the screen that we put inside. It's like a live performance. Arium even has the possibility, like it happens in a museum. So there is a point where there is a microphone, and if you speak from there, people will hear from any point of the museum. There are many, technical possibilities that really makes the experience very, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. And maybe, thinking about the future, when we do some different shows, we could add, a DJ, music, all kinds of different things in the future. So this is, like I said, this is just the beginning. It's pretty exciting. This is how you learn. This is how the community learns about the artists that are out there and the reasons why, they're so good. So this is like the next level art experience that that you wouldn't actually, you know, if you think about what you learned in school, you're not going to learn this stuff in school. This is like a little bit of, you know, beyond getting that full experience, and I can't wait for everyone to come check it out.
Yes, please come on Saturday. We'll have fun, and every time there will be something new. Artists can even like create inside Arium, you know, like in 3D, so they can actually create art, like sculptures or anything that they want to. Ooh, sorry, my AirPod.
That's amazing. Yeah, we actually have somebody who will be working a lot in there. So one of our junior mods who just started with us is his name is Cartoon Advisory. So he's an artist too, and yeah, he'll be working in there and creating some 3D assets for us in the future. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah. Well,
yes, infinite possibilities.
Infinite possibilities. So yeah, come and hang with us on Saturday. So again, it's right after whale hours, or office hours, I should say. And yeah, we'll have some fun in there. We'll learn some stuff about XCOPY, and maybe we'll even announce who our next artist is. I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So this time we'll take some questions from the audience. A few minutes, and then we'll let you go because I know this cold is not fun right now.
Oh my God, I'm so sick.
Let's see. Any questions, folks? I'm actually on stream text now. Let's see. I see a few people typing. Now, Arium, I think Arium has the ability to use a headset. Isn't that right? So if you wanted to... Not yet?
No,
okay.
No, it's just... No, it's actually the whole point. It's not yet. They created a space where you don't have to use a headset.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. It's one of the peculiarities of Arium. They didn't want to because it's a very different kind of experience. You have to have a headset, and second, you know, it's not always pleasant for everyone. Well, here you go, and you have a full 3D and immersive experience, even with yourself, because you are in there moving, and again, interacting with people without the headset.
Gotcha. And so one of the questions that was asked is, who created the Arium space? So the Arium team actually worked with us and a very good designer, so an architect, to come up with a space. I actually posted her Instagram there.
Yeah, her name is Huang Ala on Instagram. She's a architect in life.
Yes, she's an architect, and so they grabbed the specs from her, and then we're together working with Arium, the Arium team, to actually create the space, and it will be a space that we can use for ever, really, and until the end of time. So that's until the internet changes into something else. But yeah, Arium is that space, and the Crypto Voxels gallery that we showed you a little bit earlier was actually created by the Voxel architects. So that's one that we use all the time. It is BC1. And yeah, it's a fantastic space created by the Voxel architects. And yeah, that's another experience that we're giving. So you have both options to go check out. But the show for this weekend will be in Arium for sure. Yeah. Let's see what other questions we have. So okay. So any other reaction or interaction with XCOPY that you could touch on or found interesting? Did they respond in a DOS terminal? They responded on email. So we're not going back that far. But I like to think that they did respond on a DOS terminal, because that would be pretty awesome. You know, the reactions and experience, I thought that it was really cool to just hear from them. So we came up with this idea. We showed them some stuff, that we were thinking about doing, and they were definitely on board from the beginning. So I thought that was really cool. I mean, XCOPY is definitely in demand right now. So and artists are very busy right now, of course, with everything going on. So I think it's really cool to actually. They took the time to go through. I mean, this is 24 questions, folks. I mean,
we can 100% confirm that they participated in the project. It's 24 answers. yes. And it's, like I said, it's really hard to get someone that's so busy right now, like XCOPY. So, someone that doesn't do interviews like this, because, in the future, we're going to get folks that will come on stream, will do interviews with us. Of course. So this was kind of the model that we were looking to kind of, I guess, implement, but we didn't know how it was going to work. And we especially didn't know how it was going to work with someone who was anonymous. So this was even more of a challenge for us, because we're trying to create something where we don't have the full engagement, but we have some engagement. So I think it turned out well for what we had. But I would love to get more XCOPY, of course, and maybe they'll come to the show on Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna email them and see if they'll come. Yeah. Maybe they'll be anonymous there, so you'll have to come and check it out. Yeah, we're going to invite them for sure. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. We have one. They're making a statement. I'm horrible at moving around on cyber galleries. Are these easier? You know what? I think they are. I think Arium they are easy. Oh yeah. Yeah, 100%. Very easy to walk around in. It's if you've ever played any type of game on a computer, especially like an FPS game or something like that, it's literally the same controls. So it feels very natural for this generation, I think. So yeah, I think it's actually very nice, and it's very interactive, and it's cool that you could put the cameras on. So it's On Cyber is a great gallery and a great showing, but this has a lot more features. So and there's a question if the pieces will be for sale. There is one piece for sale. Yeah. So if you're looking through the art. It's not a secret. It's out there. So if you're looking through the art on Super Rare, there is one piece for sale. So if you are an XCOPY collector, you could definitely buy one. But we're not pushing it at all. It's just there. So go check it out. Let's see. Can we talk to XCOPY's purposeful use of motion in his art? That is a good question. What do you think? We didn't ask that question specifically. I didn't ask that question specifically, but I asked them how, you use the most eternal gesture, which is art. To talk about death and this sort of things, and they said that they like contrast, they like the contrast, and they like to talk about daily things, through death and very strong topics. And I think that it's not exactly the question, but the use of motion relates to these a lot, because it's very they're talking about I don't know, the problem of working at the 10th floor, right? Mm-hmm, and that it's it's moving, and then causing you anxious, and it's tripping. It's almost hypnosis. It's causing you you uncomfortable, right? So I think that there is a reason in the style that relates to, I want to let you feel uncomfortable. I want to strike you. I want to let you think. I want to let you stop. Now you have to think about this because your eyes are painful. Yeah, so the same way
Wow.
that they do it with topics, they do it with style. That's my personal understanding.
Yeah, I think that is actually great. I'm going to actually show this on my screen as we're talking about it. Let's put it here. So 10th floor ethics. Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, look at all the hands coming at you. And the question that he answered was basically, what was that about? And it was about working on the 10th floor and how you feel when you're working, and there's all these things coming at you, I think. And yeah, I think that explains it a lot, right?
Yeah, it's all of them. It's in all of them. He talks about taxman. He talks about very daily problems through this, like this style that, of course, let you think about very strong and powerful situation. I'm trying to pick I'm trying to find the exact question that I asked them. Let me see.
Just gonna put Taxman on the stream while you're looking for it.
Yeah. So my question was, like, you talk about mortality, which is everyday life, right? Through the most eternal act of all, art. Why much of your art is death themed or dystopia themed, although appearing very colorful, fun, and enthralling? Answer: I like contrasting everyday problems with death. It takes away their power for a moment. Dystopia creeps in farther every day. It's hard not to talk about it. So you have this explanation, which is like, you have like the opposite, right? So you have like all these colorful, almost like happy looking things talking about very deep topics, and you have very light daily life scenes that they represent with this death themed art or scenes. So to me, it really is like, and this the motion and the movement that it was asked in the question, to me, it really is to let you stop and think. It's almost painful for the eyes. XCOPY, after a while, it's like, oh my god. Remember when we were looking at the art pieces for like half an hour?
Yes.
And I think that's exactly the point.
Yeah, because honestly, when you're looking at these pieces, you can't look at them very long, without having some eye strain, and I think that's part of the draw, part of the style, and part of the message, honestly, too. I 100% agree with you.
Like everyone in law with XCOPY's art, myself included, and that after a while you look at their art, it's painful.
Yes.
It's like, yeah.
It's almost like life is painful, in a certain respect.
Yeah, I think that it all goes together. Yeah.
Absolutely. So there's another question here. Let's see. Nytmare's coming up with these amazing questions. How would you describe the reaction from the traditional art world when shown XCOPY as representative of the crypto art space?
To me, I always think about graffiti art when I think about XCOPY. So I think that they will take it the same way they took it with graffiti art, which is not that well. It's really like, it's the punk, it's the punk spirit of like owning your tools to say something. They own writings. I had such a beautiful podcast 2 nights ago with this very nice graffiti artist in New York, like graffiti, and we were talking about graffiti and blockchain and stuff, and he taught me so much about graffiti. And it was like, it doesn't matter if it's on the blockchain, if it's digital, if it doesn't matter, like graffiti artist movement will always find a way to like use the tools at their own convenience. He was telling me that in LA, at a certain point, like the government was giving paint for free if you had a mural on your building. So like you will call and like, there's a graffiti here, so I want to repaint it. Can I have paint? And after a while, it was all graffiti artists calling the government, and so they were making more graffiti. So yeah, using the free paint. So I think that since I really see this punk spirit in XCOPY's art, how would I take it? I will take it as they always do, like that they kick them out of the museum, and then when they are dead, they're going to bring them to glory and they sell them for much money. Hopefully digital, internet, and even the blockchain, but especially internet, makes possible for artists not to be dead when they are recognized. So it doesn't matter how they're gonna take it, it's going to be shorter than usually, and eventually the glory will be reached when artists are still alive.
Yeah. Wow, that was a great answer. And honestly, that story about the paint and the government, that's so interesting.
yeah, that was good. It's like it always turns to our convenience. We use the free paint to paint more.
Wow. Oh man. Nytmare, killing it with these questions. Here's another one. Can you tell us your thoughts on glitch art as a movement and its role in the evolution of the NFT space and mainstream?
I don't know too much about glitch art, but I know an expert, who is 𝐄𝐥𝐞𝐯, and we are going to talk about this soon because we have to do something together. Yeah, I won't express myself too much about glitch art, but I mean, so what I love about glitch art though is usually is the error. So the search for the error, right? Like for the mistake, for this error in like prints, scans, broken something, which is probably the most fascinating thing to me. It's like right? Like it's the whole spirit of the movement. You don't look for perfection,
right?
Like you don't look for like landscape art to be as much similar as reality. No, you're looking for the error, which is everything. It's what you don't expect, right? It's what actually makes everything. It's the unexpected. So that's what I really love about that.
Yeah, and so I mean, when you do art yourself, I mean, look at this piece particularly. You could see that you're 100% right. It's looking for the error of your art. So when you're trying to perfect things, all of these artifacts and all of this stuff over here that's just flipping and turning here, and the color scheme, it's really like there's a lot of error in here if you were trying to go for perfection, right? Because you're always looking for artifacts or something that's not supposed to be there in your own vision. Especially, so this is like almost celebrating those errors and celebrating those artifacts. So yeah, I think that it's got a really cool style. So yeah, the beauty is in the error and imperfection. That's right.
Oh yes. Yes.
So true. Well, I'm not going to take any more of your time because I know you're sick and I know it's hard to talk.
It's fine. I'm having fun.
Yeah, this is really exciting. These are the kind of questions that we want to hear from everybody. And this is why this is so important, because digital curation and really diving into these NFTs, because it's what gives it meaning, right? And so sometimes, I mean, you could look at something and you could take it for what you think it is, but hearing it from the artist perspective, hearing it from someone such as a professional like yourself, it really brings that next level of value to the community, and gets that experience into art that most of us don't have. We don't think, we see a picture, we see an NFT, we see art, and we think it's cool, or we think it's beautiful, and we collect it because we like it. But sometimes we don't dive deeper into that.
But it's still good, like the spontaneous approach. I don't come from art studies. I never studied art. I studied Chinese language and culture. And then I happened to work for Ai Weiwei, who was, is one of the biggest living artists in the world, and he's Chinese, and he was in China, and I worked for him for many years. And of course, you take together. I mean, you carry the spirit of such an artist studio, right? But what I wanted to say is that I started to do art for real. I didn't study earlier. I mean, first I was doing art shows, and then I was also learning, which I'm not saying that it's good. I'm saying that the academic approach pretty much, I think, this is my personal opinion, pretty much never, never takes you anywhere, because all those years of like structures and impositions that they're trying to give you, they really stop your creativity. The biggest, like the majority of big artists are self-taught artists, as Ai Weiwei, or like they didn't study at the academy, right? I'm not saying that those who study at the academy are not good artists, because we have to be careful here. I'm saying that the spontaneous approach that I always have for art, like sometimes I even like, why they say that I am a professional? Because it's my job. But then, first of all, like, what is art curator? I mean, what is this job? For me, it's the involvement, complete involvement with the artist, and again, like telling stories and this and that. But I don't think that it's a bad thing that you guys have a spontaneous approach when you collect, when you read about art, when you look at art, because there are so many art curators who are real professionals, and like you go through their text, and at the end of the text you didn't understand anything. So the non-presumptuous approach that usually the art world has is good. So don't be, keep doing that. It's not a problem if you didn't study art. I didn't.
Well, that's amazing. I think, and this is the approach that I think has the most value, honestly, is the learning for yourself, the on the fly, these experience that we're creating, and I think you're right. I like that. I like that because it makes me feel better that it's okay to experience stuff on your own. You don't have to have a degree. You don't have to go to a professional school. You could learn this stuff. You could get in the trenches, and I think that's really why it's special, because what you've been experiencing this whole time is you're in with the artists. You talk to them. You experience what they're experiencing. You're looking at the art, and I think that's cool. That's a lot cooler than just reading a book and figuring out. Not that there's anything wrong with that approach.
Of course.
It's always cool to actually be a part of what's happening and experience, it live. So that's what we're trying to give to the community. I think with this is to kind of get in the trenches with everybody and say, hey, this is what's going on with the artists. This is what they're saying. You're not going to read this in a book anywhere. You're going to get this experience here about the vault and about artists, and that's I think that's what we're trying to do. But it's also okay to do all those other things too. I think that's the message, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, this has been great. Again, we won't take any more of your time. We're on the full hour, so we did good. We did great.
Yes.
Thanks everybody for hanging out. I know we've had a ton of streams this morning, so I appreciate that everyone hung out, and I hope that you enjoyed this experience. We're going to post the link to Crypto Voxels in the. We have our own little Discord channel here on the whale community, so we're going to put the link there to Crypto Voxels, and go check that out. And then also again on Saturday, right after office hours, we are going to go into Arium and have a lot of fun. So please join us. It's going to be a blast.
Yes, thank you so much for being here, and please come on Saturday, and we can also get feedbacks if there is something that you would like to add to the space or how you see it. It really is built for the community, so please come.
Awesome. Yeah, and we're going to have a lot more of these conversations, and I hope everyone enjoys. I definitely enjoy it. It's fun to talk about art and experiences, so please join us again. And with that, goodbye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.